Okay, now that I taught you what a fraction is, what you're going to do is take a fraction and come up with three equivalent fractions. Now you're like, I don't know what that is. Well, that's why you watch this, so you know what to do. What you're going to do is write 1/5 out 3 times, because you got to come up with three equivalent fractions. Now, let's multiply both the top and bottom by 2. Okay? And then over here, I'm going to multiply the top and bottom by 3. As long as I multiply it by the same thing, I'm good. And here, let's multiply it by 4. Okay? And that'll give me the 3. So 1 times 2, I'm going to have 3 new fractions. So 1 times 2 is 2. 5 times 2 is 10. There's the first one. 1 times 3 is 3. 5 times 3 is 15. There's your second one. 1 times 4 is 4. 5 times 4 is 20. Now, the reason this, and this are what are called equal fractions is because if you got 1 out of 5 on a test, that's the same percent as if you got 2 out of 10, and 3 out of 15, and 4 out of 20. Okay, 2/3. So write that out 3 times. And then I'm going to get 3 answers here. So first I times by 2 and times 2. Then I times 3 and times 3. Then I times 4 and times 4. So that gives me 4 and 6, first answer. 2 times 3 is 6. 3 times 3 is 9. Use your calculator. If you're not sure what the times is, that's fine. I understand. Just use your calculator. 2 times 4 is 8. 3 times 4 is 12. Okay, 5 over 6. So 5, 6, 5, 6, 5, 6. And the first thing we do, let's times it by 2. You don't want to times by 1 because it'll just end up being the same. You want a different one. Times 3 times 3 times 4 times 4. So 5 times 2 is 10, and 6 times 2 is 12. 5 times 3 is 15. 6 times 3 is 18. 5 times 4 is 20. 6 times 4 is 24. Okay, and those are all equal fractions. If I got 5 out of 6 on a test, that's the same thing as if I got 10 out of 12, and 15 out of 18, and 20 out of 24. They're all the same percentage. Okay, 5 out of 8, so I write that down 3 times. And then beneath it, I make 3. First I times 2 and times 2, that's 10 over 16. Times 3, that's 15 and 24. And then times 4 and times 4, so that's 20 and 32. Okay.